Okay guys, so I got a tile job to do, putting down that bathroom floor. I've never actually cut tile, so we're gonna go to the Home Depot and see what we can find. Maybe find a small portable wet saw. Since it's porcelain tile, from what I understand, it'd be easier to use a wet saw. So we'll go check it out and see what we find. Okay, so what I got here today is the Ryobi 7-inch. It's a wet tile saw, fixing to do a small bathroom remodel, putting down some new tile, and I thought I would pick something up that was fairly affordable. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna see everything that you get in the box and do a setup on it. The box is the whole size of it. Everything's gonna be inside of this thing, I'm sure. Lift it out. All right, at the bottom, we got our guide. Toss that to the side. Take the plastic off here. Tried to bring the camera in the best I could. When we open this up, this is where we're gonna put our water and stuff. This has all the pieces in it. You have this for doing those triangle cuts, I suppose. This is for your water, your splash guard, blade, the water plug that goes in there so you can drain your water whenever you're done. You also have the wrenches and all your stuff, and things to keep your blade on. This would just simply go in here as just a plug. Just put it in here, plugs this up. Just gotta push down in there some. And that way when we put our water, there's a water line. It says max fill right here. And this right here is the water line. So you don't need a whole bunch of water for this. That'll be your water line, so it's not the whole thing full of water. It's just a small amount, just to catch all that dust and stuff and help keep that blade wet. It's a 7-inch Ryobi tile cutting wheel. This should cut any stone that you have. This is the owner's manual, so we can kind of get it open here. Let's see what we got. Just walk us through some of this stuff. Let's see, blah blah blah, safety, you know, don't get hurt, yada yada yada, you know, all good stuff you should read before working something like this, so you kind of have an idea of what you're doing. You know, doesn't really have, say, instructions in the first part. The instructions to this probably, and how to assemble it, is back here. It gives you your parts, kind of walks you through in the back of the book. It'll kind of tell you how to use it and all that. So anyway, we'll just figure this out by hand. So seems to be the quickest way to do it. I guess this is for diagonal. If you're running your tile through it diagonal, this would go along the guide. You put your tile in there and you would run it up and be able to cut that way so you can hold that tile steady. So we won't be using this for this job, but it may come in handy on another job. Here's the tools, I'm sure, for tightening the blade or what have you, whatever we need it for. Let's see here. This is an important piece. This would be for the blade to go on. Okay. And then we have the guide piece here. And the guide piece is actually pretty nice. I could try it in the store. You know, this isn't the highest of, you know, very expensive, but it's good quality. You know, it's not the highest end of quality, but it's really good quality. And this has like a quick release, so you can move that where you need it too and help get those straight cuts going through, unless you want to freehand it, which is okay too. To put this piece on, that's what this is going to do. This is going to come in here, and this piece is going to go in here. This piece is going to come down on the blade and all that good stuff. So let's get to it. Now this has arrows, so obviously when this is cranked up, since this is the front of it, this piece is going to go on first. This piece, the blade is going to be turning this way, so this would be right. You'll have to slide it behind. You'll have to slide it behind here when you're putting on the blade. You know, it comes out here, kind of slides in there like that. And this piece is going to go like this. And it bolts on, and there we go. And that would be, see how it goes? I'm just going to take this wrench, and we're going to hold it, and we're going to tighten it. Shouldn't need much to tighten that. Just don't want it to spin off, so I believe that that is totally fine. To hold this piece on, we're going to need this. So to do this piece, we're also going to need a screwdriver to get down in here. So let's get that. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it good here. There's two down in here. So this piece, right? This piece is going to go on here. Okay, like this. The back two pieces. And then we are going to have this other piece on here. So that's what we're going to do now. So that comes up. This one comes up. And there's a third one that helps lock it down as well. You didn't have to take the screws all the way out, but that's just the way I did it. Seems like it'd be easier this way. Put the screw back in it over here. This one back in it over here. Okay, so there we go. Okay, screwing it down. Screwing this piece down. Okay. And we got one more right here. The back, or the front one I should say. So there's three total. And those screw down. Those are nice and tight. Didn't have any problems with any of the screws. Everything's working perfect. Great. Take this piece. Unscrew it. Gonna have to take completely out so to slide right in the middle of here. And there we go. Put that on there. And you can slide this up and down depending on, you know, how you would want it. Anyways, it can go pretty tight, so you can loosen it, tighten it, keep stuff from flying around, safety with the blade, of course, and there we go. These are if you're cutting. I guess if you're going to do the 45 or 22 cut, you could use these for those. When you're putting this back on, these pieces right here go back into here. So I know there's a notch, so it looks like, hey, it would go right there maybe for the blade. It doesn't. It just kind of pushes down, and there you go. All right. So we have our power cord over here. We also have this to put on. It's a little hard to snap, people. But as you can see, you can just do 0 over to, like, so let's say 6 inches. Okay, so that's what we got. There's a piece right here. It's that yellow piece. You pull that out. If I had this pulled out, this would not turn on. See, it will not, like, so I could take this with me and no one could actually use this while I'm gone. Kids aren't gonna get a hold of this and use it, obviously. So at a job site, I'm guessing if you took this with you, nobody could use your tool, but why would you even leave it to begin with? So I don't know. Anyways, safety, I assume. Put it in there and it'll click, see? Without it, if you lose it, I'm not sure how to replace it. So there you go. Let's put some water in here. So, alright, so we get our bucket of water. Pour it in here to our line. That looks like it's good. Pop that back down. Now let's get a piece of towel and see how well this thing is going to cut it. All right, let's turn this thing on and see what happens. Wait for that water to come up. Yep, look at that. Without that splash guard, I mean, you're still putting water out. It's a mist over here, so I feel water dripping. So I'd still recommend cutting this stuff outside. But let's see how well it cuts, okay? Cut it in half. Let's say it's pretty decent. Listen, I would say for the money and for the job that I plan on doing with this, that this works just fine. It's going to be great for what we're doing. I would recommend like cutting the tiles outside maybe. It didn't make a big mess, but there's some water, and after you cut some tiles, I can see where this would make a little bit bigger mess. This is some old tile that was laying around here. So I'll follow up with the new tile when I'm doing the install and let you know how well that's going. Show you a video on that as well. But for now, this is the unboxing part. I think that I like it so far. It cut the tile exactly like I want it. I like that I was able to set it down on this table and just make that cut, and I don't actually have to hold something and cut the tile. So it was really nice and easy and peaceful cutting it on this. This is a great saw from just the one piece. I'm very satisfied. I got this at Home Depot and you can't go wrong. So give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel down below. And that's it for now. Thank you guys. Booyah!